Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I was going to save this video till Sunday, but I thought, no, it's important now. So I thought I would do it for you today. I currently have nothing on my face, so this is going to be a kind of full face, just using products I would usually use, but I'm going to start with the Jaclyn Hill palette volume 2 first. So if you just want to see that as a tutorial, then you can go ahead and watch this, and then I'll do my skin and everything like that afterwards. I've put in some really light contacts today and I feel like they're a bit creepy, so sorry about that. They look a little bit Halloween-y. They might look really good with the palette. Okay, just before we get into that today, if you guys don't know who I am and this is your first time on my channel, my name's Robert. I'm a professional makeup artist here on YouTube and also in real life, and it's my goal here to help you become a pro yourself or just someone who's really good at makeup. So if that sounds like something you are interested in, then please consider subscribing to my channel. Okay, so let's do it. Jaclyn Hill Volume 2. I don't own Volume 1. Honestly, to me, it's quite a boring palette. I love a good beige and I love a good neutral, but that was kind of like, oh. So I never really got it. And I think at the time it launched, I was still a bit of a makeup snub in terms of my freelance work and things like that. I was like, I'll only use MAC palettes, you know? And I don't think I was aware of actually how good some of these brands were at the time. So yeah, so I'm giving this one a go. My initial thoughts of a palette is it kind of, on first impression, it looks really exciting because it's like, oh my God, this area here, but actually when you take away that area there, it's kind of like an orangey, pinky, nudie palette, which is fine. I'm fine with that. Can someone explain this? Jaclyn Hill V11. What number is that in Roman? Is she like the... No, I don't get that. Now, I have to say I was very hesitant buying this palette because I have my two most recent purchases from Morphe I've absolutely despised, like really, really hated them. The Icy Fantasy palette, which I bought to support Pony because I think she's amazing. I really don't like this palette in terms of the concept is nice, but it needs a few more colors in there, and the texture I really, really don't like. And I also got this one at Christmas, the 39L Hit the Lights palette, which I thought was a great idea. It looked really, really amazing. Don't like it, don't like the formula. Have Morphe changed their formula? This is what I need to know, because back in the day when it was a black plastic with a red M, you know, I really love the formula, but I just can't get on with the newer palettes. I don't know what it is. So anyway, let's do it. A lot of you are like, please don't do purple because everyone's done purple. And you know how drawn I am to purple, so I won't do that. Here's the thing though, I know why everyone's used purple and yellow because they're the two harder colors to kind of get right in a formula, so I can see why people tried that. Okay, let's zoom into my face and let's get on with this. So this is my face, hi. I'm just putting down some MAC paint pot. This is my primer I use all the time. And I've done some skin prep already. I'm wearing a primer. Sorry about my voice. I'm still not 100% well, but I'm feeling better, so. I think a lot of people have trouble with eye primers. Remember, you only need the smallest amount. You don't need to like pack it on like this, like you see on Instagram. You just need like a light dusting, a veil. Still early, I'm just gonna. So ideally what I'm looking for is a good formula, one that can blend, one that you can build, one that allows the color to stay. Not asking for much, just asking for a good eyeshadow. That's all I want. Let's start with the shade Grateful. So far the texture's fine. But for me, with the palettes recently, it's been more when I've gone to build them up that I've been having the problem. One thing I noticed when I posted a picture of this, a lot of people mentioned how similar some of the colors look. And to be honest with you, they don't look the same in real life. They do look similar though. So they do look kind of similar. So it almost looks like one color is one step down from the other. Like one darker or one lighter. Okay, fine. Blend's fine. Texture's nice so far. I always feel like with Morphe palettes recently, I build them, I'm like, oh, okay, we're back to normal, texture's fine. And then I go in to do like a second layer and everything goes to shit. So let's try the shade Dance Party, which is this pinky tone. Okay, this is where I'll start to get a little bit concerned because it's going on really nice and full of color. But what's going to happen when we start to blend that out? So the formula is actually sticking really, really well. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting patchiness. I was expecting the color to start fading, but actually I'm going to have to blend this out a little bit more. Let's add a little bit of depth and let's go in with a shade Crazy, which is this kind of deep plum. Just going to blend out these corners here. And then we can cut it off with concealer and make that really nice, like sharper shape. So I'm going to go in with some of my cut crease canvas from Makeup Revolution. And this I prefer obviously to concealer or normal eye primer because it dries really, really dry. So it's great. It's not really going to interrupt with the makeup underneath. And I'm just going to start cutting the crease. Gonna fan that dry. Okay, so let's take the shade I'm In It, which is this pink. It looks almost like duotone. Wow, that's actually really, really pretty, but when it catches the light at different times, it's really nice. Yeah. So, okay, I haven't experienced my usual Morphe troubles. So far so good. Let's take a little bit of that black. I feel like black is a really good color to test in eyeshadow palettes because then, you know, it's the darkest color. So let's see how dark it is. Yeah, that's pretty black. That's quite nice. I'm just taking my brush that has a little bit of product on it that I've used in a darker corner, just because I don't want the black to come across too much. So I'm kind of going to diffuse it with this. I'm going to go in with some of the shade Dance Party. I'm just going to put that between the darker shade and the lighter shade. Just tap some of that on. Just to fill in that kind of gap of what colour's happening there, you know. Okay, I want to use that lighter pink as a highlight on my skin. So let's get on with the skin and we'll finish up under the eyes and I do brows and everything like that. I will leave every product I use below. I always say that and I always hope I do. Let's start with my foundation today, why not? And this is the Misha BB cream. This is my favorite foundation ever. Oh, and in terms of fallout around the eyes, there isn't really that much at all. A lot of that has come from me smudging underneath the eye. But yeah, no issue. Oh, and I didn't mention as well, did I mention I've primed my skin already? I primed with Milk Hydro Grip Primer on my T-zone because that's where I'm kind of oily but dehydrated and I find it really helps the texture of the skin as well as like oil control. And then on the rest of my face, on my cheek area here, I used their blur stick. But I really like it. It's really, really nice. And it kind of gives this like really nice golden glow to the face. Like if you're just going out but you don't want anything in your skin. Anyway, but you know what? Someone told me the other day that Milk Primer, the Hydro Grip, has xylitol in it, which is extremely poisonous to dogs, like even the smallest amount. So if you have a dog and you're using that primer, make sure they don't lick your face. So I got this highlight and contour stick from Free Concept Eyes the other day, and I haven't used it yet, so I'm just gonna give it a little go. It's just a perfect amount of like bronzy contour without being too over the top. I'm not usually a fan for drawing over your whole face, but this is really the only way to get this on. Okay, let's take a little bit of product under the eyes. And I'm just going to grab the black and just fade that in. Okay, so you know what? I tried not to do purple. I used the pinks. If this is one of your first time watching my videos, I highlight wherever the light catches my skin. I don't just do a straight line this way, you know? So I strategically place so it looks more like a natural kind of glow. As natural as a pink glow can look. I'm just gonna calm that down a little bit because that's quite pink. But nice, it's a nice colour, and it's not meant to be a highlight, is it? It's an eyeshadow, so can't really judge it as a highlighter. Okay, let's whack on some lashes and then yeah. Okay, so this is the finished look with a Jaclyn Hill Volume 2 palette from Morphe. How do you guys like it? I think it's quite nice. The texture was nice, blended well. There's some great colours in there. You know me, I like a good purple anyway. Yeah, really, I actually really like it. It's so much better than the past Morphe palettes I had. What is going on with the texture? So in my mind, a brand always uses the same texture. I must be completely wrong because this is completely different to the two I showed you earlier and the ones that I've had before, like the 35M or whatever it was, which I really, really liked, and I actually have a review of. This is actually a really nice texture, blends really well. If you want this palette, I would buy it. Why not? Morphe do Klarna. You know, why not? Some people, it's not to their taste, which is absolutely fine. We're not expected to like every single palette that's put out there. It's just makeup. It's not that deep. If you don't want it, you don't want it. Yeah, but in terms of texture, I really wanted to try that matte texture because it's the texture I've been so disappointed in recently. So I'm happy I got a chance to try that. Yes, that's a thumbs up from me. So yeah, thumbs up from me. It's a nice palette. Considering I've been very wary of buying any more Morphe products, and I literally, after buying those two, I was like, no more, I'm not buying any more. But then so many people asked me to review this, I bought it anyway, and I'm kind of relieved that it wasn't as crappy as the other ones. So yeah, that's my review. Any questions about any of the products I use, I'll leave links below. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me. If you have this palette, let me know how you're getting on with it. If you like it, if you don't like it, if you want to see maybe more looks with it. This is purple. Guys, I really tried not to, but you really don't have much of a choice unless you want to go nude. Yeah, maybe I'll do a nude one in the future. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you like my content. Maybe give me a few more videos. Try me out. See how we get on. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you very soon. Bye.